It was a normal afternoon. People on Earth were doing daily things, going to work, eating lunch, walking in parks. Kids were in schools. Shops were open. Nobody knew that everything was about to change. At exactly 12 p.m., the sky turned red. Not because of the sun, not because of weather, but because something huge had entered Earth's orbit. Massive alien ships appeared above the clouds, thousands of them. They were dark, sharp, and shaped like giant swords. Their engines made a deep, strange sound that shook the ground. People screamed and pointed. Cars crashed. Phones buzzed with alerts. News channels broke their shows. The Empire had arrived. The Galactic Empire was feared across the galaxy. They were powerful, cold, and cruel. They had taken over more than 100 planets. Now they came to take Earth. They thought Earth was weak. A small planet with silly people. They saw humans dancing on the internet, making jokes and fighting among themselves. The Empire laughed. They thought it would be easy. Alien drop pods started falling from the sky like rain. Soldiers in black armor came out. Their weapons were shiny and advanced. They landed in every major city: New York, Paris, Beijing, Rio, Lagos. The alien leader sent a message to Earth. This world now belongs to the Empire. Surrender or be destroyed. But Earth did not answer. Something strange happened. The alien weapons started to glitch. Their systems stopped working. Their radios went silent. Their ships froze in mid-air. Then Earth fought back. Hidden satellites woke up above the Earth. They were old, but powerful, built in secret by Earth's United Nations. Red lasers fired from space, cutting through enemy ships. In cities, drones rose from rooftops. Not small ones, but war drones. Silent, fast, and deadly. They flew toward the alien troops with perfect aim. Boom, boom, boom. In Tokyo, robotic spiders came out of hidden tunnels and attacked the aliens with energy blades. In the forests of Brazil, massive walking machines marched from bunkers. They looked like giant gorillas made of metal. People were confused. Where did these weapons come from? Truth was simple. Earth had been ready for years. Secret labs around the world had built powerful machines, smart weapons, AI commanders, and quantum defense systems. All were hidden, waiting. Humanity had seen other planets fall. They knew this day might come, and when it did, they were ready. The Empire panicked. Their ships were falling. Their soldiers were dying. They had never seen humans like this. A calm voice came through every radio and screen on Earth. It was a woman's voice, full of power. This is Earth Defense Command. We do not surrender. Do not kneel. You came to take us. But now we will. Take everything from you. In just 5 minutes, the Empire lost half its fleet. In 10 minutes. Their main ship was destroyed by a beam shot from Antarctica. In 15 minutes, Earth had won. A young boy in Brazil filmed a video as a burning alien ship fell behind him, looked into his phone and said, "Is that it?" The video went viral in seconds. The invasion was over, but this was only the beginning. After the failed invasion, smoke still floated in the skies. Cities were safe, but people stood outside their homes looking up. They had just seen something impossible. Earth had not only survived, it had won. The Empire's soldiers were gone. Their machines lay broken on the streets. Their giant ships were now black metal falling into oceans and deserts. At first, people were quiet. Then they started clapping, then cheering. Soon the whole world was celebrating. News spread fast. Earth defeats galactic invaders in 15 minutes. Memes, songs, videos all appeared in ours. But deep below the surface, Earth's real leaders were not celebrating. In a hidden underground base in Iceland, world leaders and top commanders sat around a round table. Holograms showed the battle. Charts, maps, and data filled the screens. Zara Khan, the commander of Earth Defense, stood in the center. She looked calm, but her voice was cold. They thought Earth was weak. They made a mistake. Everyone nodded. Earth had spent the last 50 years building the global defense network. It was not shown to the public. It was not in history books. It was made in silence by scientists and soldiers from every country. Why? Because Earth knew something. The galaxy was not friendly. In the year 2070, a secret signal was received from space. It showed a planet being destroyed. No warning, no mercy, only fire. Since that day, humans had prepared. Underground bunkers were built. Orbital cannons were placed in space. Smart AI-controlled defense drones. War mechs were hidden in volcanoes and deep forests. The world looked normal, but a WASN single quotes to Earth. Now, after the Empire's invasion, Earth's secrets were no longer secret in a base in Kenya. A teenage pilot named Leo stood next to a giant metal mech called Titan 07. He had been trained since age 10 to defend Earth. "Are we going to war now?" he asked. His commander replied, "Only if they come back." But Earth knew they would come back. High above Earth, in deep space, a single Empire ship had escaped. It was damaged and burning, but it still flew. Inside was a captain named Grothel, who was bleeding, angry, and afraid. He sent a message back to the Empire. "Earth is not weak. Earth is dangerous. They are smarter than we thought, stronger than. We believed they wiped out our fleet in minutes." The Emperor of the Galactic Empire received the message, sat on a throne made of bone. His yellow eyes glowed. He didn't speak for a long time. Finally he said, "Then we will return, with everything we have." Back on Earth, Commander Zarakhan gave a new order. "Begin Phase 2. Open the shipyards. Prepare the Skyhammer fleet." Deep under the oceans, hidden shipyards lit up. Machines began building warships, starships. They were faster, smarter, and deadlier than anything the Empire had seen. Humans were done waiting. They had stayed quiet for too long. Now they were ready to move. Captain Juno Reyes, a war hero and expert in alien tech, was chosen to lead the first space fleet. Her ship, ESV Horizon, would carry Earth's message across the stars: "We are not afraid." In training rooms, young pilots learned how to fly space fighters. Engineers built faster engines. AI partners were given names and bodies. Earth was not just building a defense anymore, it was building a future where no one would dare attack again. As Earth's first starship rose from the ocean and flew into the sky, the people below watched with hope. The stars were waiting, and this time, humanity was coming to them. The Earth was no longer silent. From the deep ocean shipyards, giant warships rose like monsters from the sea. Each ship was shaped like a blade, glowing blue with plasma energy. The biggest ship was called ESV Horizon, and it was the most powerful human ship ever built. Inside the ship, Captain Juno Reyes stood on the command deck. She wore a dark blue uniform and a calm face. But inside, she burned with purpose. She had seen her city attacked. She had watched her brother's school vanish in the Empire's first strike. Now she would lead her its answer. A new voice echoed in the ship's systems. It was the ship's AI named Helix. "All systems ready, Captain. Command gives green light." "Then let's show the galaxy who we are," Juno said. All across the globe, people watched on screens as the fleet rose into space. 20 ships, 100 fighters, thousands of trained soldiers. It was called Earth's First Strike Fleet. Their mission was clear: find the Empire. Stop them before they return. Show the galaxy that Earth is not weak. As the ships left Earth's orbit, they jumped into hyperspace using wormhole tech humans had secretly developed. No other planet had this speed. Not even the Empire. The jump only took seconds. When the fleet came out of hyperspace, they arrived at a dead planet. It was once home to a peaceful race called the Zavri. Now it was only dust and bones. Black Empire flags still waved in the wind. Captain Reyes stood in silence. "This is what they do," she whispered. "Not just to us, to everyone." The team searched the planet. They found a secret message hidden in a broken tower. It was a call for help sent to Earth years ago. It was the signal that started the Global Defense Project. Suddenly the radar beeped. "Unknown ships incoming," shouted a soldier. Small Empire patrol fleet was approaching. 10 ships, fast and angry. But Earth's ships were ready, shields up, Juno said calmly. The battle began. The Empire fired first. Plasma bolts flew through space, but Earth's new defense shields absorbed the hits. Then Earth struck back. Its drones flew forward, fast and silent. Lasers cut through Empire armor like paper. Fighter jets danced between enemy ships. Missiles locked. On. Explosions lit up the dark sky. In only 5 minutes, the Empire's patrol fleet was destroyed. One ship tried to run, but Earth's gravity cannon pulled it back and tore it in half. The galaxy had never seen humans fight like this. After the fight, Earth's fleet sent out a message to all nearby systems. This is Earth. We do not invade. We do not rule, but if you bring war to us, we will end it. The message was heard by many. Some alien races cheered. Others, still under the Empire's control, started to whisper, maybe the humans can help us. Captain Reyes ordered the fleet to move forward. The next stop was a planet called Thraxis, where the Empire kept a main command base. Helix. The ship AI spoke again. Enemy base detected. High activity. Strong defenses. Good, said Juno. Let's shake the galaxy. The ships turned toward Thraxis. Engines burned blue. Guns were ready. The first strike fleet was on the move. Back on Earth, Commander Zara Khan watched. The live feed, she smiled. We sent a message. Now the stars will listen. Humanity was no longer just defending. Now, TH. The Earthstrike fleet moved fast through deep space. Their next target was a planet called Thraxis, one of the Empire's strongest bases. It was covered in black towers, red lights, and heavy weapon systems. From here, the Empire controlled. 10 nearby star systems. Captain Juno Reyes stood at the front of the command deck inside ESV Horizon. Crew was quiet, but ready. They all knew what this mission meant. If they could break Thraxis, they could break the Empire's control. Helix. The ship's AI showed a 3D map of the planet. Thraxis has orbital cannons, fighter swarms, and surface shields. Estimated risk. High. Juno smiled. Good. Let's make it loud. The Earth fleet came out of hyperspace just outside the Thraxis system. Enemy ships detected them instantly. A red alarm spread across Thraxis. Sirens screamed. Empire commanders panicked. They didn't expect Earth to come this far. They didn't expect Earth to come at all. But Earth did not wait. Captain Juno raised her hand. All ships attack formation. Begin Operation Thunderstrike. Dozens of Earth ships moved into battle positions. Mech carriers opened their gates. Thousands of drones flew forward like a metal storm. Small fighters zipped between the enemy lines, dodging fire, the sky above. Thraxis became a war zone. The Empire's defense ships fired back with plasma beams and energy cannons. One Earth ship took a direct hit and exploded. But the rest kept pushing forward, harder and faster. Helix gave real-time updates. Enemy fleet numbers dropping. Surface shield at 60%. Forward strike successful. And something big appeared. A massive Empire warship called the Bloodhammer rose from the far side of the planet. It was 10 times larger than any other ship. Its main weapon could melt a moon. Captain Juno narrowed her eyes. Target that ship. All weapons on it. Lasers, missiles, gravity beams all slammed into the Bloodhammer. But it kept coming, its red core glowing hotter. Then the Bloodhammer fired. A huge energy blast hit one of Earth's carriers. It broke into pieces. The shockwave pushed nearby ships back. But Captain Juno did not stop. Push forward. No fear. Earth's fleet circled the Bloodhammer and hit its weak spots. One pilot flew his fighter straight into its main gun, sacrificing himself to save the fleet. Finally, with a final blast from Horizon's main cannon, the Bloodhammer exploded in space. A ball of fire spread across the stars. The rest of the Empire ships started to retreat, but Earth didn't let them escape. Drones chased them down. Gravity mines trapped them. Within minutes, Thraxis space defenses were gone. Now came the ground attack. Earth's dropships landed fast. Mech soldiers and AI units moved through the black towers of Thraxus as the Empire's ground troops fought back, but they were disorganized and scared. In only 30 minutes, the command center of Thraxus was taken. Captain Juno Reyes landed at the center tower. She walked through broken enemy lines, smoke around her, dust in the air. In front of her stood the last Thraxus commander, a tall alien with red eyes. He looked confused. "You are just humans. How are you doing this?" Juno replied without smiling. "We remember everything. You burned our sky. Now we burn yours." Helix activated the final step, uploading virus into Empire systems, shutting down long-range control towers. Across the nearby planets, Empire control systems went dark. Slaves were freed. Communications failed. Ships shut down. The Empire's chain was breaking. Back on Earth, Commander Zara Khan watched it all. She pressed a button and gave the order. "Send the next fleet. The heart of the Empire is next." Earth was no longer just defending itself. It was moving forward one victory at a time. The fall of Thraxus shocked the galaxy. Worlds under the Empire's control began whispering, "Earth is winning. Maybe the Empire can fall." For thousands of years, no one had dared fight back. But now, Earth was doing the impossible. Captain Juno Reyes stood on the deck of ESV Horizon, watching the stars. She knew the next mission would be harder. The fleet had one target now, the capital of the Empire, VORN Axis. It was a city planet. It's filled with towers, shields, and billions of soldiers. It was also home to the Emperor himself. Commander Zara Khan sent a message from Earth. "You're not just fighting for us anymore. You're fighting for every planet that lives in fear. Bring this Empire down." Juno gave a short nod. "We will." Earth sent more ships to join the strike fleet, new advanced mechs, more drone squadrons, medical ships, and supply cruisers. Even alien freedom fighters from other planets joined Earth's side. The fleet grew stronger. Before leaving, the engineers gave Horizon one final upgrader, new super weapon called the Nova Core Cannon. It could destroy an entire city block from orbit. Helix, the ship's AI, calculated the route. Estimated time to Vernaxis, 18 hours. Enemy strength, extreme, Juno said. We like a challenge. The fleet entered hyperspace one last time. While they traveled, soldiers cleaned their weapons. Pilots checked their ships. Mechanics tightened every bolt. Everyone knew this was the final battle. Even the AI units spoke less. Tension was thick. In one of the troop rooms, a young soldier named Myra adjusted her armor. She was only 18, but she had already fought in 3 space battles. "Do you think we'll win?" someone asked her. She smiled. "We already did. We made them." Afraid, when the fleet arrived at Vernaxis, they saw a sky full of ships. Empire destroyers, cannons, defense grids. It was a metal wall. But Earth didn't slow down. Captain Juno stood up. "All ships' battle stations, we strike now." The first wave of drones moved in like a storm. The Empire fired everything it had: lasers, missiles, plasma cannons. The sky turned into fire, but Earth's fleet broke through. They used fast attack ships to split enemy lines. Gravity weapons pulled enemy cruisers out of position. Cloaked drones hacked the Empire's defense systems from inside. Then the Horizon moved forward, charging its Nova Core. "Target, main shield generator," Helix announced. "Fire," Juno ordered. A blinding beam shot from the Horizon. The shield over Vernaxis' cracked hand shattered. Now Earth could hit the surface. Drop pods fell from the sky. Landed hard, smashing through buildings. Soldiers moved through the city streets, fighting in small teams. Empire soldiers were strong, but Earth's units were smarter, faster, and united. In the center of the capital stood the Emperor's Tower. It was made of black stone and stood a mile tall. The Emperor sat on his throne, watching the battle with cold eyes. He sent out a final command: destroy them all. Use the Doomsday Cannon. A giant weapon on the far side of the planet began charging. If it fired, it could wipe out the entire Earth fleet. But Juno had already planned for this. A hidden Earth stealth team, led by Mira, had landed near the doomsday cannon hours before. As the weapon powered up, Mira and her team placed charges inside the control center. She sent one last message. "Good night, Empire." Then she pressed the button. Boom! The doomsday cannon exploded from the inside. A mushroom cloud lit up the sky. The Empire's last weapon was gone. Now, the battle belonged to Earth. The horizon began descending through the sky. Heading straight for the Emperor's tower, Captain Juno looked at her crew. "Let's finish this." But the final fight was just beginning. The great black tower of Vernaxis shook as Earth's forces closed in. Smoke rose in the sky, and fires burned across the city. The Empire's last hope rested with the Emperor himself. Inside the throne room, the Emperor sat tall, his yellow eyes glowed with anger. Round him stood his elite guards, big, fierce aliens with sharp claws and metal armor. He looked at the screen showing the Earth fleet attacking the city. For the first time, he felt fear. A messenger rushed in. "Have landed on the surface, my lord. Our defenses are failing." The Emperor slammed his fist on the armrest. "No, they will not take my throne. Prepare for hand-to-hand combat." Outside, Captain Juno Reyes led her team up the tower stairs. The streets were full of chaos, explosions, screams, and battle cries. But Juno stayed calm. She and her squad moved carefully through the corridors. They fought off guards with energy rifles and plasma blades. The elevator was broken, so they climbed higher, step by step. Helix, the ship AI, guided them from above. Enemy reinforcements approaching from the east wing. Estimated time to arrival, 3 minutes. Juno nodded. Prepare for a fight. As the team reached the top floor, they faced the Emperor's elite guards. The battle was fierce. Energy blasts lit up the room. Juno's squad moved together, covering each other. Their training was perfect. The Emperor stepped forward, holding a glowing sword. His voice was cold and loud. "You dare challenge me? I am the ruler of this galaxy." Juno looked at him without fear. "Your reign ends today." They clashed. The Emperor was strong and fast, but Juno was smarter. She dodged his attacks and aimed for weak points. Her team helped, distracting the guards and firing precise shots. The fight moved across the throne room. Glass shattered, sparks flew. The Emperor's anger grew. He summoned dark energy, sending waves of power at Juno. She barely escaped, feeling the heat burn her skin. But she did not give up. With a final move, Juno used her energy blade to strike. The Emperor's sword hand. He dropped the glowing weapon. Now unarmed, the Emperor looked shocked. Juno stood tall. "This is for Earth. For every planet you destroyed, for every life you took." She raised her blade and the Emperor fell. The room fell silent. Outside, Earth's forces cheered as the Black Tower's control system shut down. The Empire's soldiers surrendered. Commander Zarakon's voice echoed across all channels. "The Empire's tyranny is over. Freedom begins now." The people of Vernaxis started to celebrate. Freed slaves and aliens joined hands with humans. Together, they rebuilt their broken world. Captain Juno Reyes sent a message back to Earth. The mission is complete. The Emperor has fallen. Earth had done the impossible. They had defeated a powerful empire, but the galaxy's future was still unknown. The Galactic Alliance must be built. Trust must grow. Peace must be protected, and Earth would lead the way. The fall of the Empire was not the end, it was the beginning. After the Emperor's defeat, planets across the galaxy slowly woke up from fear. Many had lived under the Empire's shadow for centuries. Now they saw hope. On Earth, Commander Zarakon spoke at the first Galactic Alliance meeting. Leaders from many worlds joined her. Humans, aliens, and freed slaves all sat together in a large hall orbiting Earth. "We will build a new future," Zara said. "One of peace, respect, and friendship. No world should live in fear again." The Galactic Alliance was formed that day. It was not ruled by one power. Instead, it was a council where every planet had a voice. Captain Juno Reyes became the first High Commander of the Alliance fleet. She watched the stars from the ESV Horizon Bridge, proud and hopeful. The war was over, but challenges remained.
Many
Planets were damaged. Many people were scared. Earth sent help. Medical teams, engineers, and teachers. They shared technology and knowledge freely. Young pilots like Leo and Mira trained new crews from different planets. They taught the meaning of unity. The galaxy was changing. Earth was no longer just a blue planet far away. It was a symbol, a beacon of strength, courage, and hope. Children on many worlds learned about the humans who fought back in minutes. They dreamed of joining the Alliance and exploring space. On Mars, a small museum showed the first broken alien ship from the invasion. Visitors stood quietly, remembering the day Earth said, "No more." In one quiet room, a young boy held a small piece of the alien metal. His father said, "This is a reminder. When the galaxy was dark, Earth became the light." Eyes shining because he knew the future was bright and Earth would always protect it.